Okay, so Wizards of the Coast just announced all, I think it's all of them, but if not most of them, of the Final Fantasy cards. There's 270 of them on the website right now, and I wanted to go over every single one of them in a timely manner. I am going to go as fast as I can on this. So there's a couple of them. I'll mention which ones I'm really after. Hold on. Can I zoom in? How do I zoom in? Wait, what? Let me zoom in. There we go. I want to go over them in like a timely manner, just because it would kind of suck to just have this video going on for years, and just because there's so many of them, 270. So we're gonna go left from right. There's 21 white cards, so we're gonna go over these. I'm not too familiar with Final Fantasy. I've never played a Final Fantasy game. I'm still excited for this, and I plan to play through all the Final Fantasy games. I have like the first one downloaded. I wanted to play 16, never got a chance to. So, if I get any names or anything wrong, just let me know in the comments. I'll fix it in the future, maybe, probably not. Aerith Gainsborough. She's a 2/2 human cleric for 2 and a white. Lifelink. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on her. When she dies, put X +1/+1 counters where each legendary creature you control, where on each other legendary creature you control, where X is the number of +1/+1 counters on Aerith Gainsborough. That's pretty cool. Here's another Cloud card. This is like the third one. Cloud Midgar Mercenary. He's a 2/1 for 2 white. Human Soldier Mercenary, which I think the rest of them are as well. I really like the little set symbol. When Cloud enters, search your library for an equipment card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. As long as Cloud is equipped, if an ability of Cloud or an equipment attached to it triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. This is going to be a really expensive card. He's going to be a really good equipment commander. That one's going to go kind of bonkers. The Crystal's Chosen is it's a sorcery for 5 and 2 white. Create 4 colorless 1/1s hero creature tokens, then put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. That's a pretty good one. Dragoon's Lance. It's a 1 and a white. It's an artifact job select, which is a new thing, I think. When this equipment enters, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token, then attach this to it. So it's kind of like the Moradin or whatever that ability is. Like whenever you get this flying thing comes in and you make like a rebel token or whatever. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and is a knight in addition to its other types. During your turn, equipped creature has flying. Gale Blog equipped for. Side quest, catch a fish, so it's an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it's an artifact or a creature card, you may reveal it and put it in your hand. Oh, I'm burping. If you put a card into your hand this way, create a food token and then transform this enchantment. So it'll get transformed into Cooking Campsite. It's a land, and so you can tap it for a white, 3, and then sack an artifact, and then put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Activate only as a sorcery. That's pretty good. Stiltskin Moogle Merchant. He's a 1, he's a 1/2, and he's a Moogle. Lifelink 2, tap. Target opponent gains control of another target permanent you control. If they do, you draw a card. I'm really excited for this one because of this card art. I love this card art. It's cool looking. And most of these, the reason why it's so high right now is because there are multiple different card arts, and so just keep that in mind. Because there's Gainsborough again. White Mage's Staff. It's a 1 and a white. It's an equipment job select. We already went over what that is. Equipped creature has +1/+1, and whenever this creature attacks, you gain 1 life. And if it's a cleric, in addition to its other types, equip 3. That's really good with her because whenever you gain life, you put a +1/+1, and then whenever she dies, then she's going to get targeted a lot before you can gain like a bunch of life. So if you have a whole bunch of life stuff, then that's really good, especially like here he has lifelink, just start pinging over and over again. So that's the reskin of that. That's the other reskin of this. Here's a reskin of Cloud Midgar, really cool. Here's another, I think this is actually the foil, yeah. It's the extended art foil. Here's the extended art foil for this. extended art foil. This is the surge foil. It's borderless or whatever, and so this is the surge foil as well. It's all the same. And then here's Secret Rendezvous. It's 1 and 2 white. It's a sorcery. You and a target opponent each draw 3 cards. And so it's different arts, but they're only available in certain things. Let me zoom out so you can actually see that probably. I'll keep it like here. Okay, so if you look, it's only available in Collector's Gift, and then here is Commander decks. This one's available in, and yeah, only the Commander decks actually. It's crazy. Oh, that's so weird that it's only available in Collectors and Commanders. Okay, whatever. Therian Swordsmaster. It's SRAM Senior Edificer or whatever. It's a 1 and a white. It's a 2/2. This has already been a card or whatever, so it's a Dwarf Advisor. Whenever you cast an aura, equipment, or vehicle spell, draw a card. It's Yoshitaka Amano, the first ever, or he was the artist for like the first however many games. My girlfriend's really excited about his arts. The Imperial City of Arcades. It's a 1 in a, it's Wall of Omens. It's a 1 in a white. It's a wall, defender. Whenever the creature enters, draw a card. It's a 0/4. Okay, now we're on to the blue. I'm telling you, we're moving through these. There's a ton of them. Burping again. Dragoon's Wyvern. It is 2 and a blue for 2 and a, it's a 2 and a 1. It's a Drake flying. Whenever this creature enters, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token. Ice magic, 1 and a blue. It's an instant. Blizzard, you can pay 1. Wait, that's weird that it has a 0. Return target creature to its owner hand. Pay 2 more, and then target creature's owners puts it on top of their choice. Oh, this would probably be for yourself. Shuffles it into their library. Okay, so they would have to either draw it again, and then I see. So you can kind of do it to yourself. If something's about to die, you can like whip it and make sure you like draw it or whatever. So it can be good for either offense or defense. Jill Shiva's Dominate. There's a lot of swap cards, which is pretty cool. The Human Noble Warrior. It's a 2 blue and 2/2. When Jill enters, return up to one other target non-land permanent to its owner's hands, and for 3 and a blue, tap it, exile Jill, then return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. Activate only as a sorcery. Turns into a Saga Elemental, which there's a ton of these. We'll see in a minute with a card I'm really excited about. It's a 4/5. The first 2 is Mesmerize. Target creature can't be blocked this turn, which is pretty good. Cold Snap. Tap all lands your opponents control. Exile Shiva, then return it to the battlefield face up. That one's kind of fine. But like, I mean, that's good if like, so they can't like, you know, counterspell anything that you got. Summon Shiva. It's a 3 and 2 blue, and it's a 4/5, so it's another Saga Elemental. Is it just Shiva? No. It's this Shiva. I'm sorry, I don't know the lore. This is from Final Fantasy 16? Yeah, this is from Final Fantasy 16, which I haven't played. I want to play it. It looks really cool. Tap target creature an opponent controls, put a stun counter on it. For the first 2 sagas, draw a card for each tapped creature your opponent controls. I'm not even gonna try. Y'shtola Rule. 4 and 2 blue, 3 and 5. It's a cat druid. I think this is the commander for one of the commander decks. At the beginning of your end step, exile target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. If it's the first end step of your turn, there's an additional end step after this end step. Oh, that's pretty good, especially if you have like enter the battlefield triggers. Dang, that's pretty good. It's just a reskin of the Shiva one up there. That looks really cool. Here's a reskin as well as the Jill. That one's pretty cool looking too. This is the extended art, traditional foil, extended art, surge foil, which I mean, everybody's going to be hunting for that in the collector boosters. I don't have the money for collector boosters. And then here's a cool, that's in the actual play boosters. That's nice. I like that. I like the cool arts are still kind of in there. It's just like the surge foils and stuff are in the collector boosters, which I like that this time around because I was looking at a couple of these cards, and I'm like, oh man, I would really want these, but I bet they're going to be in the collector's boosters. No, they're in the normal. So it's just going to be like these, which they're fine. They're kind of just like character art. Okay, we're on to the black. There's 36 of these. Arden the Usurper, 5 and 3 black, 4/4. Elder Human Noble. Demons you control have Menace, Lifelink, and Haste at the Star Scourge. At the beginning of the combat on your turn, exile up to one target creature card from your graveyard. If you exile a card this way, create a token that's a copy of the card, except it's a 5/5 black demon. Oh, I thought that 5/5 was messing me up. I thought it was like a flip thing. Black Mage's Rod, which is a crazy name. A 1 and a black. Artifact equipment job select, which you've already seen that. Equipped creature gets +1/0, has whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent and is a wizard in addition to its other types. It's equip 3. Right, and then here's Cecil the Dark Knight, or Cecil Dark Knight. This was one of the first ones announced or whatever, like back in the, not when it was first announced, but they went through all the like promo stuff they were doing a couple months back. My girlfriend's really excited for him. He's a 1 cost, he's a 2/3 human knight, death touch. Whenever Cecil deals damage, you lose that much life. Then when your life total is less than or equal to half of your starting life total, untap Cecil and transform. And it's Cecil Redeemed Paladin, that's a pretty cool mechanic. I like that. He's a 4/4 lifelink. Whenever Cecil attacks, other attacking creatures gain indestructible until end of turn. So he only does 2, which, I mean, just don't level him up or whatever, and you don't necessarily have to attack with him either. So if you just have him, he'll be able to like turn at one point, especially if you're losing. So it'll just turn into a 4/4, which, I mean, the indestructible thing kind of pretty good whenever he attacks other attacking creatures. So you just send everything. Dark Confidant, it's a 1 and a black, it's a 2/1. Human Wizard, at the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library, and then put that card into your hand. You lose life equal to its mana value, which, I mean, it's black. We're dealing with black cards right now, so. The Darkness Crystal, it's a 2 and 2 black, a legendary artifact. Black spells you cast cost 1 less. Ooh, it's pretty good anyways. If a non-token creature would die, what an opponent controls would die, exile it, and then you gain 2 life. That just seems like an overall pretty good card. Oh my god. 4/2 black, put target creature card exiled with the Darkness Crystal onto the battlefield tapped under your control with additional 2. Oh my god, that's gonna be a real chased after one. That one's gonna be crazy. Then next up we have Fang Fearless Ice. Like I said, I don't know how to pronounce that, my guys. It's 2 and a black, 2/3. Whenever 1 or more cards leaves your graveyard, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. This ability triggers only once per turn, which is pretty good, so you don't have to keep just dying. And then melds with Vanillite, cheerful melds. Oh my god, what is this? Oh. I don't get to see the whole art. That kind of sucks. But legendary creature, beast, avatar, vigilance, menace, trample, reach, haste. Oh my god. I guess it's called Ragnarok. And when Ragnarok dies, destroy target permanent and return. I have my neck crooked. And return target non-legendary permanent from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay. That seemed pretty good. So I guess whenever you get both of these out, it melds, I guess? I'm not really sure. Kane Treacherous Dragoon, 2 and a black, it's a 2/4, human knight. During your turn, Kane has flying. Whenever Kane deals combat damage to a player, that player gains control of Kane. What? If they do, you draw that many cards, create that many tap treasure tokens, and then lose that much life. Holy. Marlboro. Boy, we got a cigarette up in here. What in the heck? A plant horror. That's hilarious. Because tobacco or whatever. 4 and 2 black. 4/4. Bad breath. Which, I mean, yeah, people with cigarette smoke usually have bad breath. When this creature enters, each opponent discards a card, loses 2 life, and exiles the top 3 cards of the library. Swamp cycling for 2, and then you just get a swamp card. Okay, and moving on. Sephiroth, this is one that everybody's really, really excited for. He's a 2 and a black. He's a 3/3 legendary avatar soldier. Whenever Sephiroth enters or attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, draw a card. When another creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life, and then you gain 1 life. If this is the 4th time this ability is resolved in this turn, transform Sephiroth to a 5/5 Sephiroth 1-winged angel. That looks sick. He's an angel nightmare avatar. Flying supernova. That's cool. As this creature transforms into Sephiroth 1-winged angel, you get an emblem with whenever this creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Huh. Oh, only 1 life? Okay. When Sephiroth attacks, you may sacrifice any number of creatures. If you do, draw that many cards. Here's another saga-like creature. Summon Primal Odin, 4 and 2 black. The first one of the saga, it's a 5/3. The first one of the saga is destroy target creature an opponent controls. Then this creature gains, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game. Oh, whoa, hold on. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game. That one's gonna go nutty mode. Draw 2 cards, each player loses 2 life. Holy. So even you can attack, or if he gets to 3 and each player loses 3 life, or 2 life. But you would lose the, oh, combat damage, sorry. I was looking at the wrong thing. Tonberry, I want this guy. This guy's cute. I've actually seen him in, like, you know, memes and stuff about how he just stabs you and kills you and he's so scary, but I just want him. It's a 1 black, 2/1 salamander horror. This creature enters tapped with a stun counter on it. During your turn, this creature has first strike and death touch. That's pretty cool. Xenos Ye Galvis, 3 and 2 black. He's a 4/4. My first friend, when I'm not even trying to pronounce it. When he enters, choose a creature an opponent controls until the end of the turn. Creatures other than him, and the chosen creature gets -2/-2. So he just picks a friend. When the chosen creature leaves the battlefield, transform into an 8/8, whatever this thing is. That thing is crazy looking. It's a dragon. Flying, when the creature transforms into him, choose an opponent. When the chosen player loses the game, you win the game. Ooh. That goes kind of crazy. Zodiarch Umbral God. It's a 1, 2, 3, 5 black. It's 5/5 indestructible. When he enters, each player sacrifices half the non-god creatures they control of their choice, rounded down. When the player sacrifices another creature, put a +1/+1 on him. So you would want him blinking in and out over and over. That's a cool art. We already talked about him, right? Arden? Yeah, Arden. Okay. I think we're getting into the yeah, just the special arts. Ooh, that looks cool. Pretty hot. That's pretty cool. That's kind of just like redone of this a little bit. It still looks cool. They're all really cool looking, but they're gonna suck to try to find. Nice. I bet the resell on some of these are gonna be kind of lower, just because the art's not like the coolest, but I mean, it's still cool. There we go. And so now we're on to Red. This one I'm excited for. It's Clive. It's like the only Final Fantasy character I know besides Cloud. And so it is Clive Ifrit's Dominant? I don't know. 4 and 2 red. He's a 5/5. When Clive enters, you may discard your hand, then draw cards equal to your devotion to red. Each red in the mana cost of your permanents is yada yada yada. So every single red mana that you have, you can draw that many cards. 4 and 2 red, you just pay it again, basically. Tap, exile him, return him to the battlefield transformed. He turns into a 9/9, whatever the frick this thing is. It's in the game, I've seen it before. Fights up to 1 other target creature. Add 4 red if he has 3 or more lower counters on it. Exile it, then return it to the battlefield. So once you get to 3, basically, you exile it, return him back as Clive. Fire magic. It's a 1 cost. Doesn't cost anything to do this one. And then 2 damage, and then 3 damage. And then Furion, right? Furion, however you say it. Wild Rose Warrior. He's a 3/3, 2 and a 1 red. Human Rebel Warrior. The equipped creatures you control have haste. Whenever a non-token equipment you control enters, create a token that's a copy of it, except it has this equipment's ability. Equips abilities cost 2 less to activate. Sacrifice the token at the end of it. Gilgamesh, Master at Arms, 4 and 2 red, 6/6. Human Samurai. Whenever Gilgamesh enters the or attacks, look at the top 6 of your library. You may put any number of equipment cards from among them to the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any random order. Whenever you put 1 or more equipment into the battlefield this way, you may attach one of them to the samurai you control. To a samurai you control. Jesus Christ. Zeldinch. He was revealed a little bit ago. 2 and a red. He's a 0/3. Human monk. Whenever you may play an additional land on each of your turns. Whenever he gets a +1/+0 for each land you control. At the beginning of your end step, return a land you control to its owner's hand. So that's a really cool landfall. That's a pretty cool one. This one, the Clive one, is the one I saw. That one's I'm excited for. Yes, and it's in regular play boosters too. I'm excited for that. So it's the same one. Cool, really cool art. New art there. This is his regular. It's fine. This one, the second one, you can't. Oh yeah, no, never mind. You can see my mouse. Okay, that one I'm really excited for. Cool art. Yeah, another art for him as well. Oh no, it's the extended art. It's the same. Really cool. Really cool. Really cool. This one's new. Yeah, that's a different one. Hold on. Summon Esper Valley Garmata. It's a 3 and a 1 red, and he's a 3/3 flying haste. Saga Drake. The first one is exile instant or sorcery card from the library, and then 1 through 4 is add red for each lore counter on the saga. You may cast an instant or sorcery card exiled with the saga. So once he gets to 4, you can just add 4 mana. That's pretty good. Cooler art. This one's a really cool one. It's by the really good artist from the first few. He is like the artist or whatever. Dragon of Mountain Gold gets an Ancient Copper Dragon for. We all know what Ancient Copper Dragon is. This thing's gonna be like $1 billion. I think right now it was like, last time I checked, it was like $300 or something like that for this one, like pre-sale, which is insane. Whenever he deals combat damage, you roll a 20, and then whenever you get treasure tokens equal to the result, yeah, we all know what that is. Zidane Tribal. It's a redone card. It's of Ragavan Nimble Proliferer. Oh, that's isn't he banned? I'm pretty sure he's banned, right? And like one of the most expensive freaking magic cards for that secret layer one. I'm pretty sure, unless I'm thinking of a different one. I might be thinking of a different one. But he is super expensive. I can't remember if he's banned or not. He's a 2/1. Whenever he's a monkey pirate. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token and then exile the top card of that player's library until the end of the turn. You may cast that card, yada yada yada, and then dash. And so now we're over into the greens. All right, Bartzen Boko. He's a 3 and a 2 green, and then a 4/3. He's a human bird. Affinity for birds. For each bird you control, it costs 1 less, which is pretty cool. And I'll see a lot of like bird tribal kind of stuff like that. When Bartzen Boko enters, each other bird you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. If you have a whole bunch of birds out there, that'd be pretty cool. Commune with the beavers. What? It's a 1-cost sorcery. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. If you may reveal an artifact, creature, or land card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. And then of course we have Jumbo Cactuar. It's a 5 and 2. He's going to be super expensive, so you might as well just buy him as soon as you can. He's a 1/7. Whenever the creature enters, it gets plus 9,999 plus 0 until end of turn. Everybody's gonna be hunting after that one. A Realm Reborn, 4 and 2 green. Enchantment. Other permanents you control have tap and then add 1 mana of any color. Saj Chocobo? I guess it's just, I don't know. A green, it's a 0/1. Whenever a land you control gets a +1/+1 counter on this creature. That's a pretty cool landfall one. Summon Fenrir, 2 and a green. It's a 3/2. Search your library for a basic card and then put it on the battlefield, tap and shuffle. And the next one is whenever you cast a creature with creature spell this turn, that creature enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. Draw, and the next one is a draw a card if you control a creature with the greatest power or tied for the greatest power. Summoner's Grimoire, 3 and a green. Equipment, job select. It doesn't really have it because there's so much here. Equipped creature is a shaman in addition to its other types. So whenever the creature attacks, you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. If that card is an enchantment card, it enters in tapped and attacking. Equipped 3, that's a pretty good one. Tifa Lockhart, 1 and a green. I'm pretty sure she's from 7, yes. And then I know that name. And then she's a 1/2 human monk. Trample. Whenever a land enters, double Tifa's lockout power until the end of the turn. So you want to buff her up. That would be pretty good. Traveling Chiboko. It's a 2/1 or 2 and a green. And then a 3/2 bird, where you may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may play lands and cast bird spells from the top of your library. If a land or a bird you control is entering the battlefield, causes a trigger of the ability. If a land or a bird you control entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of the permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Vanil, cheerful, don't know how to say it. It's a 3 and a green. It's a 3/2. Whenever they enter, mill 2 cards, then return a permanent card from your graveyard to your hand at the beginning of your first main phase. If you both control a Vanil and a creature named Fang, I think, is this Fang? No, where's Fang at? Oh, I must not, I can't remember which one Fang was, if we've seen it. You may pay 3, a black and a green, so I'm assuming it's the black card. If you do, exile them and then meld it into Ragnarok. Oh, it is the other one. It's the one we saw. So you can play this one because it has multiple, so it's gonna be a black and a red commander. So it switches into Ragnarok, and that's the other card for Ragnarok, which is pretty cool. Okay, cool. And it's a 7/6. Jumbo Cactuar, got it. Realm Reborn, I talked about it. Tifa Lockhart. What is this one gonna look like? Ooh. That's nice, cool art, and I'm pretty sure this one has multiple down below. These are the extended arts. Yeah, you can get multiple of these, the Neon Ink. It's only in the collector's boosters, and there's 5 of them. Or 7 of them. Sorry, 7 different colors you can get. And then there's the gold one, which is only in this. English only, I guess. And then it's a XX, or however many out of 77. That one's going to be worth a ton serialized, because that's like, I think, the least one besides the One Ring. And then Cloudseed Daijin. It's a 4 and then 3 green, and then it's Next Bloom Ancient. Trample. Whenever you tap a permanent for mana, it produces 3 times of that many mana instead. That's a pretty good card in general. It's a 5/5, and it's a mono again. So pretty cool that he's doing a whole bunch of them. 125. I'm gonna start like zooming. Okay, Absolute Virtue, 3. It's a 6, a white, and a blue. It's an 8/8 Avatar Warrior. This spell can't be countered. Flying, you have protection from each of your opponents. Whoa! Getting that card. Holy, that thing is crazy. Balthier and Fran, a 1, a green, and a red. I said that out of order. 4 and 3, Human Rabbit. Reach, vehicles you control get +1/+1, have vigilance and reach whenever a vehicle crewed by them this turn. If it is the first combat phase of the turn, you may pay a 1, red and green, and then if you do after this phase, there's an additional combat phase. Sid, Timeless Artificer. It's a 2 white blue 4/4 human artificer. Artifact creatures you and heroes you control get +1/+1 for each artificer you control and each artificial card in your graveyard. A deck can have any member of cards named Sid, Timeless Artificer. And then I think there's like 15 different Sids or like different arts for him, so you can have just like a whole bunch of different ones because he's in like a bunch of the different games. Emech Celts, sundered, whatever. 1 blue, black, 2/4. Vigilance, enters or attacks, draws a card, and discards a card. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there's a 14 or more cards in your graveyard, you may transform. Yes, everybody's seen this one. Vigilance 6/6. During your turn, you may play cards from your graveyard. If a card or a token would be put into your graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. Emperor of Palamesia, blue and a red. It's a 2/2 human noble wizard. Add blue or red. Spend this mana only for a non-creature spell. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if it was at least 4 mana spent on the thing to cast, put a +1/+1 on this card. Then if it has a 3+1/+more, do whatever, do things. Lord Master of Hell. The Lord Master of Hell is crazy. It's a 3/3. Whenever the Lord Master of Hell attacks, it deals X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of non-creature, non-land cards in your graveyard. Garland Knight of Cornelia, black and a red. It's a 3/2 human knight. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, surveil 1, 3, 2 black, 2 red. Return this transformed 5/5 chaos to endless. Whenever chaos dies, put it into the bottom of its owner library. Gladius Amicia, 4 red, green 6/6. Human warrior. Whenever it enters, search your library for a land card, put it onto the battlefield tap, then shuffle. Whenever a land card you control enters, another target creature you control gets +2/+2, gains trample until the end of the turn. I've seen a lot of people building stuff with him. I don't quite understand it, but you know, I just had to look up more videos or anything about it. Kefka Court Mage, 2 blue, black, red, 4/5, 5/7. Whenever it enters or attacks, each player target discards a card. Then you draw a card for each card type among cards discarded this way. 8 sacrifice opponent. Each opponent sacrifices permanent of their choice, transforms into Kefka, Ruler of Ruin. I've seen this guy before. I don't know where, but I've seen him. Flying, whenever an opponent loses life during a turn, that you draw that many cards. It's a 5/7. Kuja, Genome, Sorcerer 2. Kuja? I like the little dudes in the back. And then 2 black, red, 3/4. Human Mutant Wizard. Oh. No, Mutant's not new, right? Because I was thinking Mutant was new with, what is it called? New with the Marvel set, but I think Hero is new with the Marvel set, right? I think. At the beginning of your end step, create a tapped 0/1 black wizard creature token with whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this token deals 1 damage to each opponent, and then you control 4 or more wizards transform into a 4/6 Kuja Fate Defied. If a wizard you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals double that damage instead. That's a pretty cool wizard one. Lightning Army of 1, 1 red, white. I'm messing up my colors. 3/2 human soldier, first strike, trample, lifelink. Whenever lightning enters the combat or deals combat damage to a player, until your next turn, if a source would deal combat damage to that player or a permanent, it would deal double that damage instead. Noctis, Prince of Lucis, 1 white, blue, black, 4/3 human noble, lifelink. You may cast artifact spells from your graveyard by paying 3 life in addition to paying its other cost. If you cast a spell this way, that artifact enters with a finality counter on it. Renoa Heartilly. Who is a dog? Okay, it's a 3 green white 4/4 human rebel warlock. Whenever it enters, create a 1/1 green white. Ooh, I need that. I'm making a Sophia deck. That'd be pretty cool. Whenever attacks another target creature you control, gets +1/+1 until the end of the turn for each creature you control. That'd go crazy in my dog deck. Oh, look at this little dude. Shantoto, Tactician Magician. I love that. 1 blue, red, Dwarf Wizard, 0/4. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Shantoa gets +X0 until the end of the turn, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast that spell. If X is 4 or more, draw a card. Sin Spear's Punishment, 4. Oh, this is a really good one. 4 black, green, blue, 7/7, Leviathan Avatar, flying. Whenever Sin attacks, exile a permanent from your graveyard at random. Then create a tapped token that's a copy of that card. Then, if the exile card is a land card, repeat this process. So you can just have a whole bunch of lands in your exile. Squall, Seed Mercenary, 2 white, black, 3/4, Human Knight Mercenary. Oh wait, I know who you are. Isn't this the main character in 8? I'm pretty sure. Whenever a creature you control enters alone, I just know from the gun sword, it gains double strike until the end of the turn. Whenever Squall deals combat damage to a player, return target permanent with mana value 3 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. Pretty cool. Sorry, I had to just send my girlfriend a picture of that because I think she likes him a lot. Terra Magical Adept, I'm pretty sure. No, this isn't the card for the commander deck. That's a 1 red green 4/2 human wizard warrior. When Terra enters, mill 5 cards. Put up to 1 enchantment card milled this way into your hand. 4 red green exile transform 6/6 Esper Terra. Create a token that's a copy of a non-legendary enchantment you control. It gains haste. If it's a saga, put 3 lore counters on it. Sacrifice it at the beginning of your next end step. And then 4 is add. Holy! Add 2 white, 2 blue, 2 red, 2 black, 2 red, 2 green. Exile and then flip it, and it's flying. Holy! Ultimisia Time Sorceress, Ultimisia, 3 blue, black, 4/5 human warrior. Whenever it enters or attacks, avail 2 at the beginning of your end step. Pay it whatever. 7/7. There's a lot of flip cards. I'm telling you. Ooh, that looks cool. That's really cool looking. Menace. This creature can't be blocked except by 2. We know what Menace does. When this creature transforms, take an extra turn after this one. That's pretty cool. VV Orniteer. 1 blue, black, red, 0/3. It's a wizard. 0. Add X mana where in any combination of blue and or red, where X is Vivi's or Tinter's power. So you just build its power up and you can get that many things for 0 cost. That's cool. Wait, hold on. Only activate once per turn. Okay, that's what I was fixing to say. Can you just keep doing it over and over? That's crazy. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 on VV and deals 1 damage to each opponent. I like that card. I kind of want that as a commander deck. I like that card a lot. Yuna Hope Spira, 3, and then a green and a white, and then 3/5 human cleric. Then your turn, Yuna and enchantment creatures you control have trampled, lifelink, and ward 2 at the beginning of your end step. Return 1 of the target enchantment cards from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. And then these are all, we're getting to the, what is it called? Just the reskins. Really cool. Oh yeah, this is Amano again, and I think, yeah, you can get these Yoshitaka Amano. Yes, and then you can get these in the play boosters too. That's pretty cool. I like that you can get his cards in the play boosters because a lot of people are going to be excited about that one. That one looks really cool. Here they all are again. These are the ones that are only... No, these are in play boosters too. I guess there's just the surge foils aren't. Those are really cool. That one looks pretty cool. Squall looks cool. Wait, was there another Squall one up here? That was... Maybe? No? I was just trying to get pictures of that one. Yes, and all the other Sids, they're all the same. There's just a different Sid. Like 50 of them. They're all really cool looking. I guess he's in like a lot of the different games. Is he in like every single game? Hold on. Wait. This is 2, so the other one was 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 6, no, okay. So, no, this is 16, so this is 15. That's 13, so he wasn't in 14, because I guess 14 was the MMO one. So, dang, he's been in every single one besides 14. That's crazy. So you can have 14. You can have 14 of these guys in one deck. That'd be pretty cool. And then just the extended arts. We all have seen them. They're all just that, but extended. And then we're on to the ones everybody knows about, the ones that were announced first. Cloud Planet's Champion 3, red, white, 4/4. During your turn, as long as Cloud is equipped and has double strike, it has double strike and indestructible. That's pretty cool. Equipped abilities, you activate that target Cloud costs 2 less to activate. Sephiroth, Planet's Air, 4 blue, black, 4/4 vigilance. Whenever he enters, creatures opponents control get -2/-2 into the turn. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, put a +1/+1 on Sephiroth. Celis? I don't know which one this is. I guess this is just maybe in one of these sets or decks or whatever, and it's already been revealed. 1 black, red, 1 white. 1 red, white, black, 4/4. Whenever it enters, deal any number of discard any number of cards, then draw that many cards +1. Whenever one or more other creatures you control enter, if one or more of them enter the graveyard or was cast from the graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Cloud X Soldier, 2 red, white, and then green, and then 4/4 Human Soldier Mercenary haste. When Cloud enters, attach one target equipment to it. Whenever Cloud attacks, draw a card for each equipped attacking creature you control. Then if Cloud has a power of 7 or greater, create 2 treasure tokens. My god, dude, it just keeps going. Graha? Tia Scion Reborn. It's a white, a blue, a black, a 2/3 cat wizard, lifelink. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may pay X life, where X is the mana's you may pay where X is the mana's value, spell's mana value. If you do, create a 1/1 colors hero creature token and then put X +1/+1 counters on it. Do this once per turn. This is the Terra. And then it's a red, white, black, 3/3 at the beginning of combat. Each turn, mill 2 cards. Terra gains flying until the end of the turn. Whenever Terra deals combat damage to a player, you may pay 2. When you do, return target creature card with power 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield tap. 3/3 Titus Yuna's Guardian. It's a green, white, blue 3/3 human warrior. At the beginning of your combat each turn, move a counter from target creature you control to a second target creature you control. Whenever one or more creatures you control with counters on them deal damage to a player, you may draw a card and then proliferate, and then you do this only once each turn. Tifa Martial Artist. It's a 1 red, green, blue, white, 4/4, has melee. Whenever this creature attacks, it gets +1/+1 until the end of the turn for each opponent attack this combat. So when you spread it out, it gets a +1/+1. Whenever one or more creatures you control with a power 7 or greater deal combat damage to a player, untap all creatures you control. Ooh. And then if it's the first combat phase, you get an additional combat phase. Yostola, Knights Blessed, 1 white, blue, black, 2/4 Cat Warlock Vigilance. At the beginning of your end step, this is a really good one. At the beginning of your end steps, if you If a player lost 4 or more life this turn, you draw a card. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell with a mana value 3 or greater, Y'shtola does 2 damage to each opponent. Y'shtola, and you gain 2 life. Unit Grand Summoner, 1 green, white, blue, 1/5 human cleric. Tap adds 1 mana of any color whenever you cast the next creature with this spell. That creature enters in with 2 additional +1/+1 counters on it whenever another permanent you control is put in the graveyard from the battlefield. If it had 1 or more counters on it, you may put that number of counters on a target creature. Emmet Shelch of the 3rd seat. 2 blue-black, 3/4 Elder Wizard. Spells you control from your graveyard have cost 2 less. Whenever 1 or more opponents lose life, you may cast target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. If that spell would be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. Do this only once per turn. Hildebrand Manderville. That is the most like white name I've ever heard in my life on the world. 1 and a white. It's a 2/2, and or you can do the instant create 2/2 black creature zombie token. Creature tokens you control. So this is gonna be a really good creature or like a token generator. It gets +1/+1. Whenever it dies, you may cast it from your graveyard as an adventure until the next turn. So you can just do this over and over again. Sephiroth, Fallen Hero, 3 and a red and a white, 7/5. Holy! Whenever Sephiroth attacks, you may put a cell counter on the target on target creature until the end of the turn. Each modified creature you control has base power and toughness 7/5. Holy crap! 3, sacrifice a modified creature. Return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. I might be looking into him. That one's gonna go kind of crazy. Okay, all these are the extended arts. Pretty cool, pretty cool. The special little arts that you can only get in the collector's boosters. That's kind of crazy that these are the collector boosters ones. I would figure these would be the regular and like the fancy art from like the people that are coming back, like the first artist, would be in the collector's boosters. But I mean, I'm glad they don't have it in there. Oh, these, you see, these are only available. Oh, it's the commander logo. So yeah, these are only available in the commander decks. So she is in a commander deck. Okay. See, commander. Ooh. That one's really cool. Sephiroth the Savior, Electra Grand Unifier. It's a 3. It's a 3, a green, a white, a blue, a black. It's 7/7 Fire Action Angel. Flying Vigilance, Death Touch, Lifelink. When Sephiroth enters, reveal the top 10 cards of your library. For each card type, you may put a card of that type from amongst the revealed cards into your hand. Put the rest of the bottom of your library in a random order. And then Yuffie Kisaragi. 1 Kisaragi. Yes, that's right. 1 blue and a black. 1/3. Human Ninja has ninjutsu, and this is just it's just Tiger Shadows, Yukura. And then there's 2 colorless. Summon Bahamut, and then it's a 9/9, destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. Draw 2 cards. It's flying. This creature deals damage equal to its total mana value of other permanents you control. Ooh. Total mana value. That's crazy. That's a lot of, especially with the 9 other permanents you control. And then that's a special art of it. And then we have artifacts. We have a food token, and then Herald's Horn. Is a 3. As this artifact enters, choose a creature type. Creature spells you cast are the chosen type are 1 less to cast. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it's a creature card of the chosen type, you may reveal it and put it in your hand. And then 26 lands. Adventurer's End. Whenever this land enters, you gain 2 life. It's a colorless, Jador, aristocratic capital. You can do either a land or for blue, or you can do a sorcery, which I've never seen that before. That's pretty cool. Target opponent mills half their library rounded down. Jesus Christ. And then same thing here with Zanarkand, Ancient Metropolis. It can be that, or you can do this. Create a 1/1 hero creature token, put a +1/+1 counter on it for each land you control. And then here's the plains. Another plains. Ooh, that's from 15, right? Yeah, 15. Island. Another island. Swamp. These are all nice. These are all cool, really cool lands. That's from Final Fantasy 1. No, not 1. What am I saying? 6. I missed the V there. This is Final Fantasy 1. And then Forest. The Waste. It's just a basic land. Ooh. Is that a new basic land? No, I'm tripping. I might have just I've never seen this. Hold on. I guess I just maybe have never seen that before. Maybe I have. Maybe I'm just tripping. Because the only basic lands I've ever seen are just Forest and like the other 5. Like that's weird. Okay. Jadora, Aristocratic Capital. Oh, these are just the full arts and everything. Full arts of all the lands. And then that's it. That's I don't know if that's, I don't think that's the entire gallery. Maybe they have more, but that's 270 cards. My freaking voice hurts. So I got a couple in here that I'm really excited for. Whatever cards you are excited for, just comment below. If there's any cards that maybe you want me to just build a deck out of that is your favorite, or I'll just post like a deck tech of my thing that I'm gonna do whenever they do come out. Just let me know. What's your favorite card, what card you want me to build a deck out of maybe, and just what you're looking forward to in the next few months for Magic, because there's a lot. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed my rambling. If you did, I suggest you subscribe. That'd be pretty cool of you. And if you are already down there, you should like and comment whatever I just said. And yeah, I hope everybody has a good night, and I will see you when I see you. Bye bye.